Hi, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. I am Adam, here with Austin, Nick, and Bob for the 12th session of Worlds Collide, where Nick is playing the rock guy, yeah, Austin's Tormmik?
Yes.
It's Tormmik and Friends.
Yeah. And
The actual
here,
name of this campaign.
here Bob is John?
I made a
it's
really
so
easy
easy.
one and you still don't get
I
it.
know! And I was thinking about it, that's even the name of one of my favorite characters that I played in one of his campaigns. Mud Cleric.
Oh god, I hate it.
He was pacifist cleric. Complete pacifist.
Refuse
and also,
to heal you unless you let him rub mud all over you.
favorite character probably that I played. But
Most
his
of
name
it,
was John.
It was a terrible character.
Yeah, it was very much an RP in a not RP game. But
It was the world's largest dungeon. That was nothing but combat.
I made an RP character, and that's what made it fun.
It's always RP time. Always good time.
Can we talk our way out? No, those are ravenous hellhounds. You're pretty boned.
Yeah.
You're level 1, those are hellhounds.
You can talk. They ain't listening.
Well, then I do talk. Anyways, last time, what happened last time? What do you want to remind us? And we need to do it.
We didn't level up.
No, we
That's
didn't.
true, we didn't level up.
Everything else is kind of a blur.
We talked, we shopped, we went back to
Tungsten.
Now we're going to the Elf Kingdom, and we have a crappier magic map that they're trying to pawn off on us.
They're giving it to us.
How is it worse
They're
than...
trying to take our money.
Other than the fact that it's portable.
Well, what does it do? It doesn't have the overlays.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, it has the overlays.
No, they now have access
I
to
can
the map.
I can now literally, buy a map and buy another thing with the overlays, and I now have a magical map. It doesn't even track we are here or like weather and stuff.
Well, neither did the one that they had.
Exactly. And they're like, if you get some magical items, you can bargain to keep that. They're trying to pawn off a map on
Hey,
us.
man, we don't know what we're going to get. Maybe it's all garbage.
Yeah, maybe it's all garbage. Maybe I'm not planning on getting you a single thing.
No, you already said that would be cool if we would enjoy that. You were talking to yourself. Like, I'm not sitting right here and can't hear you.
Well,
I
I don't know
already
what
found that. That'd be cool if they found that. They'll enjoy it. You went over things out loud whilst you were reading to yourself.
You
do
did.
it all the time. I'm
Yeah, that
sitting
doesn't
right
mean you're
here.
getting any magic items. Those maybe I was talking about things that aren't even magic items.
Then how would we enjoy them?
Specifically, I was talking about something he would enjoy. So
He wants magic stuff too.
he wants all sorts of things.
I'm a man of eclectic tastes.
I don't know. Are wizard sorcerer books magical?
The spell books themselves?
Mhm.
No. Not unless you make them magical. Mine's magical.
Anyways, you just teleported into Lillenbes, the capital of
Explosive
the
runes.
elven nation.
Put that in my spell book.
I have no combat spells, but I spurred for explosive rune.
Here, can you read this real quick? Candygram from Ongo. The hard part was inventing the Candygram. Probably won't even give me credit for it.
I guess those are technically magic items. Anyway, so yeah, you end up...
With elves.
Yeah, well, first off, you end up in... Whereas some of the other times you teleport in, it's a big open room with a lot of stuff. You are in probably a room that's about 7 or 8 feet across, circle, and there's a single door out, no one else in here.
We should probably get off this thing before someone else teleports in.
I kind of want to put dog poo on it. They
Where
teleport
would
in.
you get
Whoa,
some?
whoa, whoa! He can become a dog! Don't tempt him! He can actually do it! Don't tempt him!
You
I
kind
don't
of go,
know.
where would you... Oh.
No. The better question. This is jungle, right?
You have not stepped outside, but
Are there fun and
you
games?
were told that you were going to the jungle.
Okay, well, at least that solves that. Bob couldn't crap in here as a bear. It's not a forest. It's a jungle.
Jungles are woodsy.
They're woodsy, but they're not a forest.
That's not the saying. It's not a forest. It's the woods.
Oh, the woods.
Does a bear go in the woods? The answer is yes. It
Yeah.
goes wherever it wants.
It's a bear.
So, go up to the door. Open it.
And this opens into a large open room. It has a bunch of doors all along the walls. And a series of, I'm going to say, there are currently 19, you probably don't count them, but that, guards stationed in the center of the room, it.
Parade.
Yeah.
Parade rest. That's tiring.
I, peek my head out the door, look up at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
There are little things above them.
Labels?
Yeah.
Not on your door.
Oh, okay.
Yours is actually yes, but it's not something that you can read. It's a marking. It's a label, but it's not a place. If you look around, some of them have places in addition to whatever marking, but it's not something that you can read, even with your abilities or whatever. Yeah. So.
Okay. Head on up.
What are your passive perceptions?
12?
10.
My folder's upside down.
Or is that supposed to be 14?
Makes a big difference.
It's 12.
Okay.
You don't have a trained? Yeah.
17.
17. You're going to easily be the first one to
No,
notice
no. You're a wisdom-based character. That's what it should be.
that these guards in the room, more or less, and it is. It's a racial mix, elven, human, between them. As in previous cities, we're pretty much almost all human. They're split here with these guards. You do notice that you're thinking their spears that they have are special. They have like a blue crystalline, like the spearhead is made of some sort of translucent, bluish, like carved crystal-looking material. Probably magical, but
I don't think he's got 10 minutes.
But yeah, it's just something.
Depends on how long you want to stay here.
We just plop down and you start looking straight at him.
Checking door markings, see if there's one that says exit.
The exit is the large double door.
Oh, okay.
How do we know?
You
Seen it swing open, probably?
yeah.
I was going to say, we know it's not just like a really important door.
Yeah.
You get the feel from it from clues within the room.
Context clues.
Yeah, it's like being able to see it. You would recognize. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to leave that way. So, presuming you do so.
On our crappy map, does it just have the city labeled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What?
Try doing this.
Oh, zooming. No, it is not his city map.
Okay. In that case, I will go, before we leave, say to one of the guards, would you gentlemen, or ladies if they're there, be the ones we had talked to about directions, or is that someone we should find out in the streets?
If you have a simple question, I can get you started in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. And I tell them we're going into the jungle for some things. This is where we were told it would be. Which direction is that?
Well, don't we have like a point on the map where you'd be like, we're here, and the thing we want is here. Which way is that?
Did they mark it on?
Let's see, I have it in my notes here.
Of all things they can mark, that'd be really useful.
Yeah.
You have notes on what you're looking for and general directions there.
Okay.
He can.
I'm getting more specific.
He gives you a basic instruction to the western gate
Yeah.
of the city.
Ah.
Pretty much tells you from there. It's not far to the main road, and that'll actually take you straight out.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
What are you doing up there? Robbing tunes?
And
he will also give you a warning of entering the jungle.
is dangerous.
Yeah, it's like
Well, that's
It's like
jungles in general. And where can we go to either rent or buy a cart?
You should be able to find something, someone selling that either with inside or outside the city walls, or how would you say that? Inside or outside the city barrier, near the exit.
Yeah,
Are the trails conducive to carts?
If you take the road that leads to Fendelis, then yes, those are maintained. If you leave that road, then no.
Okay.
You know from your notes that you pretty much leave the city and you make a strict turn south into the jungle.
Okay. I have cutting tools. We can get food. We have camping gear.
We need food?
No, we have food. Your food. I can hunt for
They're
food.
planning to eat you. Hey, turn into a horse for us, man.
I'm hungry enough to eat you.
Well, you're full of good berries, and I have something that more or less, unless the DM says no, just means we get food in a place that has it.
Pretty sure jungles count. There's places that have food.
Yeah, this area very much does.
Mm-hmm.
Things like the desert or the Arctic area, those places don't. Jungle, yeah, there's food.
Well, I thank him for his time.
You leave?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I'm going to say the first thing you notice. Do any of you not pay any attention to the sky above you?
I was
It's
thinking trees.
trees, hot, humid.
Yes, it is. It is humid. You can hear the ocean. It is a port town. Above you, not trees. This is actually a cleared out area along the coast. However, there is a translucent violet dome, which stretches over the entirety of the city that you see above you. You can see it emanating at the center from a castle. It is coming from the center of one of the spire atop a tower. The castle, for lack of a better word, has 7 of those incredibly tall, sharp towers, and that is at the center of the city.
Who's nearby? I look around. Who's nearby?
There are people on the streets, mostly elves.
Alright, go down. What's with the purple barrier? What kind of magic is that?
If I had to guess, given my next to zero knowledge of magic, I'm going to say abjuration.
I would guess so as well. Most bubbles are. But I want a local's opinion.
City wall.
Neat.
Neat.
Just pull out my camera. I'm a tourist.
You don't have one of those. Even he doesn't have one of those. I got rid of those.
They were too useless.
Too incredibly useful.
I'd love the camera right now.
They weren't useful, they were useless. They were without purpose, other than me shocking people with corpses.
You will notice there are a series. Well, those are probably the tallest buildings. The spiring towers. There are
So
a variety of
is the light
much taller. Let's call it 10 to 15-story buildings that are spotted around the city.
Yeah,
all these tiny buildings.
So there's bubbles coming from the castle. Is there like a pillar of light coming from the castle? Or is it coming from those 7 towers?
The center of the 7 tower is actually from the top of its point. It is radiating from something that is there.
I ask a person, is that publicly accessible?
And what do you point to?
Those castle towers where the barrier's coming from.
Let's see.
That thing where all this magic's coming
Yeah, I
from.
know.
Can I physically
I
get there?
ought to have that name written here because I'm pretty sure I decided it. There's that. The Spire of Power?
Yeah, can I go to that?
You
The
can.
Spire of Power.
You can arrange to meet with a minister or someone.
So
if you have a
formalities,
complaint.
but yes.
But are you pointing strictly to the top?
To whatever's making the dome.
It's like, but yeah, if you're pointing that out, you probably won't be able to see whatever is actually creating the dome.
I'm just thinking,
but you can have access to the building.
I'm pointing at that big area.
Yeah, if you'll talk a little bit, it's the government building. It's where the government sits.
So
it's where the mages are.
So
Majocracy.
is that publicly accessible?
Parts of the building are. There is an entrance area in the lobby
Alright.
where you can.
We should go see that.
On our way back.
We're in such a rush.
Look at Bob. He's all angry at our RP. We must get him loot to make him happy. Then we can RP.
I said no loot. I really meant that. Don't have that kind of expectation. This is RP no matter what.
I'm really not upset by the RP. I don't know why you all keep saying that.
You just look so sad over there.
I'm not. I'm just with
Well,
it.
let's go see it. Maybe I have to set up an appointment.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay, yeah, you can work your way through. You will notice more of these guards. Pretty much, you can kind of gather. This is Eagle's Eye that operates here.
Awesome.
Might have been informed of that. The entire Eagle's Eye here, which is in this area, is about half elven or half elven, which still puts it at. Let's see. General city population: 75% elf, 10% half elf, 10% human, 5% other. Half of the guards are human, which make them disproportional to the actual distribution of the area. But you do notice they are all equipped with those crystalline spears.
Neat.
Those are noticeable on every single one.
As we're walking, I will chat up a guard, if there's one there. It's like, so you guys are with the Eagle's Eye. We're in town for some business. I was wondering, is there a garrison or anything we could stop by to check any bounties that might be out in the south?
Yes, of course. And he'll direct you, basically on where to go. Simple enough.
So, I'm going to split off to the garrison. I'll meet you at the government building.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not going to the government building. I'm going to the garrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys go. See, if I didn't want to go to the government building, we never would have had the opportunity to possibly get money.
Yes.
I would have been fine with that.
It's like that. This is a majocracy, or I'm guessing is the governments and the wizards. They may have books for you in the library and stuff.
You're more or less are able to find your way there. Just from some activity, you think which door is the public entrance.
I could just ask. I'm not bashful.
Yeah. So what do you ask?
I want to. Who am I asking? Like a guard, or
You can
just
talk to a
random?
guard. You can talk to a citizen. There
Let's
are
talk
people.
to- let's
You
go
can
guard.
talk to a merchant if you want. There are some.
Let's talk to a
tops
guard. I trust
All right.
guards more. They're
Okay.
Eagle Eye. I like Eagle's Eye. They pay me. I asked them, I'm like, hey, I've worked with Eagles before, but that's unrelated.
Okay.
I'm a mage. I'm very interested in the big magical barrier over the city. I was wondering, who would I talk to about getting the opportunity to study its function?
He pauses for a moment. I doubt that opportunity will be afforded to you. The Minister of Defense would be in charge of that, and
Like a big
from
secret?
a department of and to be secure, to keep it secure, generally a citizen would not be permitted to see it, its function.
I don't suppose I could ask the defense minister anyway.
You might be able to make arrangements to speak with a secretary and send the message up through,
You have to make an appointment to make an appointment.
I'm okay with that. Where's the secretary that I can talk to?
you could get your way through in the Spire of Power.
I'm a metal man. I've got time.
Just gonna sit outside your building until it explodes and your race dies. Then I'm gonna sell your magic.
They're elves.
Yeah, but I'm a warforged. I don't even have a lifespan anymore.
You'd get bored.
You say that, but
Although there are books nearby.
yeah, you say that, but so let's go with the Spire of Power.
All right.
And find a secretary.
Okay. Yeah, you entering the building. Tall, big, showy doors into it that leads to a deep hallway with desks on either side. With probably every 15 foot there is at what is more or less a counter on each side. There is an individual sitting. A couple of them have people there. There's probably a half dozen people that are just sort of sitting at desks with nobody talking to them.
Well, I kind of stand there and see if I can evoke somebody to call me over. If not, I'll go up to somebody who's just in talking to anybody and ask them.
They don't. There are some people that are just sort of standing in the middle of this big open room talking to each other, so they don't necessarily think, oh, he's waiting. There are other people that just sort of stay in the center.
Hey, I worked as a noble. I give off the image of somebody who's waiting to be addressed. Mm-hmm. And, I wait for
but
maybe...
But they don't
maybe
necessarily know it's them. Maybe you're waiting on someone specific that you're supposed to be meeting there, so...
Then I just ask. I go up to somebody and, pardon the intrusion in your conversation.
Do you ask the people, or do you go up to one of the the people at the counters?
I ask one of the people there having conversation in the middle.
Okay.
Ask them, who would I talk to if I was interested in the magical defenses of the city? A scholarly interest. Giant metal spike armor man. A scholarly interest.
With your demon armor.
Devil armor.
That sounds so much better.
Oh, no, not demons. No.
I suppose you could try to talk. How did you word that? How do did you say the defenses of the city?
Yeah.
I suppose you could try
scholar.
reaching out to the Eagle's Eye.
No, not the mundane defenses. The magical ones. I'm a student of the arcane.
Oh, I doubt you'd be allowed to do that.
I've been told as such, but I'd still like to make the overture.
Officially, that would be in control of the Minister of Defense.
Which one's your secretary?
Well, I understood that as well, but who would I speak to about setting up such a...
You can find an assistant at a counter that can try and send a note the proper way.
Someone who's less important than me.
Thank you for your time. I go to the counter.
Yeah.
I ask them that I'm an arcane student, and I found your magical defense is very intriguing.
Arcane student? What school?
School? Artificer.
Is that foreign?
Very.
Very. Very foreign and from very far away.
Okay.
Is that literally what you gave up as your school stuff?
Yeah, my school specialization is artifice.
He was, and you would have understood. He's asking more.
Which college?
Which building? But yeah, he'll sort of he rolls off and he sort of eyes and tears a bit of parchment, and he starts writing down. Okay, and he starts looking more questions. Are you? Do you have any affiliation with any of the universities in Sarandel?
Which one's Sarandel? Mine, personally.
Sarandel is the name of the elven nation.
No.
Okay.
It's like the only thing I'm involved with is I've met the glowing hand, but I'm not affiliated with them.
Well, then I'll leave that off. He continues further. Name, contact. Do you give your address at?
Yes, the
tungsten. Yeah, things like that. He'll get a bit more information. More or less, sort of the they'll at least send you a no.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I understand it's like a request, but
my
specific study is physical magic. That is the presence of items, the creation of defenses, static things.
Sure.
So a physical barrier like this is very interesting.
And he'll actually, after a bit of time, he'll turn it. If you want to, fill any more on the sheet of just information that might make them interested, if they need help with it or things with that, where that you might have some sort of credential, that would be your best chance to someday actually get to see it.
Is he giving me like a sheet?
Yeah, he'll essentially have. He's filled out your basic information and what he's had, and he's sort of saying if you want to more or less essay this, You can try and write an essay as to why you should let me...
I do. I talk about... I'm going to essay about dragon shards and their use in enchanting. Something that I know doesn't exist here.
Okay.
As far as I know. Just because... And I'm going to write like a page on, the function of how that can be used to augment physical defenses.
Are dragon shards just an Eberron thing for
Yes.
magic?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
They're an Eberron thing.
And he has some.
I have some of the weak ones.
Some of the weak ones in a world with none of them.
In a world with none of them, which means I've got all
And
the toys.
in a game with no rules for how to use them, it's just complete roleplay shenanigans.
That's why I figure the best chance of at least getting a conversation is talk about something that's like, these formulas are correct, but what are these things he has?
Yeah, it's sort of the... It's like, we'll send it up to the desk and...
Yeah. Yeah, but I totally filled out that essay. I scored full marks on the essay portions.
Yeah. When you do, he'll fold, and basically he'll ask, do you have a signet? Do you have a signet ring?
I don't own one, no.
Okay.
I'm sure Noble.
I have one. I don't have one with me.
Okay.
It's at home.
All right. So then he pours wax in the center, and he'll close it
Yeah.
himself.
It's like, I have one at home.
Then he just puts wax in the center, and he closes it
Why
himself.
did you leave it at home?
Because I wasn't expecting to get teleported into a different universe.
Oh, home, not tungsten.
That's why. I kind of left in the middle of the night. Or it was like in the morning to do some shenanigan adventures.
Someone got their guide arrested. So I could have an extra night.
But yeah, he'll seal that, and he'll put it in, and he sort of sets in a stack. There's probably 4 other papers that are below it, and he just sort of sets it in a little ready. And
Otherwise, I assume if there are any other points of interest for a scholar in the city? A publicly accessible library, perhaps?
Well, the Blue Sea University does, of course, have the largest library known, though it is not freely available, unless, of course, you join the university.
Well, I'm not against expenses.
Is there a cover charge for the library?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Libraries are
cheap.
books are expensive. Books are expensive. I know. I spent a bunch of money on books recently.
Yeah, you did.
Where's that? Is that university in town?
Yes. He'll even by saying, well, yes, that is the Lillenbes, the university here in Lillenbes. Of course, Sourdough is known for our general education, and we have a university in each of our 3 major cities.
Where's this Blue Sea one?
He kind of he describes the top of the building.
I guess it's probably one of the tall ones then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I excuse myself and I hang out at the front of the government building.
Or meeting in that. Yeah.
You can, from there, looking around, you can figure out which one it is.
Otherwise, I do my best impression of a statue who writes in a book.
And you guys were heading to the Eagle's Eye.
Yep.
A bit more out of the way than Eagle's Eye was.
Well, the other one was their home base.
Yeah, that was their home base. This is sort of tucked away, not incredibly far from the government center, but it's sort of, it's their single-story building that is...
Well, they're still marshaling, like, all the humans in the city for guard duty. I would think it'd still be a relatively big building.
No, not incredible.
Huh.
At least not visually. It doesn't necessarily appear to be. But yeah, it does clearly still have the same courtyard kind of structure around the outside where horses go in and out that you're able to enter.
Look around for the secretary.
You'd first entering in the courtyard, you'd see a pair of guards. Again, the guards here almost seem a little more well trained in just how they stand about. A little more military, I guess, would be the way.
They're super good at standing about.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that makes sense. The guards up north are more guards. These are standing, mercenary military for these elves.
We're here to look pretty.
Yeah. But yeah, and they'll direct you to where to go. It is actually, if you compare it to what the other building was, You go into the small building over there, not the large one.
Right.
Large one was in the other one there. You're directed to what in the other layout would be like where the barracks was.
Oh, okay.
And it is. It's there's just certainly a secretary there. There are like 3 seats to sit in, and then there's a hallway off behind him.
Yeah.
That couldn't lead to, but a half dozen small offices fitting back there at most.
Okay, so the buildings of the barracks that has all these humans.
And there is almost and the overhead area is very small. But yeah, there's whatever a youthful looking elf with blonde hair that sort of comes up to a bit of a weird point. You've seen elves. He looks off. You're like, I've just walked around this city and seen some elves. He's got some sort of style thing or whatever that. Hey.
Yeah. We are affiliates with the Eagle Eyes in blank city of Eagle Eyes headquarters.
Is it Ondon?
That sounds right.
So that's just one of them, right? Ondon, yeah. Headquarters of Eagle's Eye.
Yes. We are here on business, but we are going to be traveling south. We wanted to check and see if there are any outstanding bounties on monsters or the such to the south that we may be able to pick up while we're here.
No. Maybe. Little sort of scoots his way out. He's like,
We'll take a seat.
Yes. Yes, and he in a bit of a weird run, kind of walks down to the first door. He knocks. Really? Moment later, it's opened. And he sort of steps halfway in, and you can't quite hear what he says, but he comes out with a sheet of paper. There's nothing that's listed as being in the area to the south. Are you going north? You have some things north.
Not at this time. Is the radio...
Whoa, please check it out. Come on.
Yeah, it's like, not at this time, but let me know what you got.
We do have open bounties on the nomadic horde. We haven't seen them south for some time, but yeah, they're there. We do always have an open bounty on trolls.
Troubles?
Trolls.
Oh, trolls. Okay. How much does a troll here pay? Assuming, of course, you, Have I been in the world long enough to know trolls regenerate?
Troll heads are 15 gold.
Because trolls can regenerate.
Yeah. It's like, have I been here long enough to know trolls are regeneration?
It is the same that it was there.
Yeah. So. Nothing off the main bounty list.
Not in the jungle to the south.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you set him a price? Well, how much money you want?
It's like, we're looking for something more substantial. We are in a bit of time crunch. But that's, like, if you had any specialty monsters up north, we may be able to eke out some time and swing by and take care of that problem.
We just have, not something specific, just, there's been reports of horde activity, so there would be numbers. They'd be in numbers would be where the money would come, would be in the numbers.
Oh, okay.
But in general, we patrol the roads, and we have march. If you find anything nasty on the road and kill it, generally you would not have to wait more than a day before a guard would come by, and road protection is that there's pays.
Okay. Well, we're going to be off-roading for much of our journey, so...
We just drag the corpses back and throw them on the road.
Do you say that?
No, I don't say that.
You can do that. That would be fraud.
Yeah.
No, we're totally doing that.
But
is there any... like, the nomadic hordes are bad everywhere. Is there just any jungle creatures that are particularly dangerous that you don't want on the roads?
Giant spiders.
There have a variety of... We don't like the nasty ones, the bitey ones, the stabby ones. We don't Nothing that harms people.
Oh, okay.
We try to keep people from harm on the roads, but you did mention out loud that you're going off road, right?
Yes.
However, I do warn, we don't actually protect
The forest.
the jungle itself. So
We've been told.
So be quite cautious.
We will. Thank you for your time. We will
Yes.
keep all this information in mind.
Good.
Head on out.
I kind of want to drag that guy into the jungle and make him die.
That's a little extreme for the poor. Someone's punishing their son, making him work here. He's a fancy elf in a society of elves. And someone's like, we're sending you to military school.
He's a nervous individual. That's
Yeah,
that's
why
sort of
I
the feeling
wanna
you get.
drag him
He's
into
a
the woods.
nervous guy.
Best way to get over that is leave him in the woods. It's fine. Or not.
Or not.
Either way, problem solved.
Your problem solved. His.
No, his will come to an abrupt end.
One way or the other.
It's a pointed lesson.
Head back to government building.
Is there a guard nearby? Where I'm
guessing.
standing?
Yes, but I'll get back to you in a minute.
With a blue spear?
Yes. Maybe I'll do you first.
Would they object if I started casting Detect Magic on the ground?
Where do you do it?
Not in the way where people would walk through it.
Um,
I wouldn't try to hide it.
can you disrupt that to speak?
Yes.
Yeah, he would probably come up and ask what you're doing.
This is Detect Magic.
Okay. I'm watching.
That's fine. Once I know Detect Magic, I'm staring at his spear real hard.
All right.
Still have the 3-turn thing?
First off, yeah, sky magic.
Well, I can't
Spear?
see that far.
Really?
It's
all
just like 30 feet
60
cone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Spear magic. Also, he has a magic bracelet. There's probably a couple guys around. They all have magic bracelets.
Oh, the friendship bracelets. It's cute.
Walkie-talkies. Tinfoil.
Let's see. The spear you were talking about.
Well, I can't identify those. I doubt they'd let me have them. Hey, let me hold that for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes.
But you do get to see school, which it means I can tell you basic things. It is basic things that that are advantageous to combat related thing on the spear, and actually that mimics the spell, so I can actually look up what school the other one is.
Basic plus bonuses are universal.
So that's
It doesn't just do that; it also does something else that is also combat-y.
Does it explode?
No,
Does it protect?
no,
Does it boost stats?
no. It grants advantage on something. Attacks.
It's a max damage.
But
like
abjuration. The bracelet is abjuration.
I could see it being a loot. That's like, I'm thinking of
Technically,
walkie-talkie.
also, both of them would have a second aura. Probably divination? They probably also both have divination.
And tracking spells on their equipment. No, you don't get to steal these.
Yeah, that's all. I got glowy eyes, just staring at his stuff.
That's fine.
Then go back to riding.
30 feet. What else would you see? Nothing necessarily. It's like, there's more magic in this place than there has been in others.
Just occasionally stare at somebody as they pass by.
Anyways, yeah, you guys can...
I'm going to create a myth about a living statue.
what do you guys do?
Head back to the government building.
Alright, you get there. He's standing around staring at people writing in a book.
It's nothing unusual. Go up to you. Nothing of super interest. Just nomadic horde stuff.
Guards here have 2 magic items each.
That's cool.
Good for them.
Well funded.
To the West Gate. Well, it is a city of mages. Maybe they just make you do like a year of enchanting before you get to be in college or something.
Yep, maybe.
Talking about stuff as we're heading off to the West Gate.
Do you do anything else in here before you leave?
No, but now I'm thinking of it. I probably should have left my letter of made like a copy of my letter introduction for that essay.
Oh.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh, probably should have done that. Oh well. Could have been an extra foot in the door.
Yeah, could have been. But yeah, so you leave the city.
Off-road to the south. If Minecraft has taught me anything about dangerous forests, that's solved with a little bit of fire.
It's a jungle, so it's probably going to be super wet.
Lumber axe?
I do not believe we have magical lumber axe that destroy an entire tree into nice, manageable meter by meter cubes.
That's a magic item I can get behind.
How'd you turn them into planks? Well, I put one here and I put the other one next to it, and then planks.
It just explodes into perfectly cut planks.
Also, planks of wood, also meter by meter squares. But the log was a meter by meter by meter.
Well, yeah, it's perfectly cut. Perfectly cut into planks.
But
you get four of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mentally shift them, pull some of the matter out, so they're lighter. Each one's less dense.
It has to do with quantum entanglement, man.
Alright.
Now, I get a stick by this big by putting one of those blocks on top of each other. Boom, sticks.
Haha.
Who wants to make survival checks with advantage? Yeah, survival checks with advantage.
Yeah, it's like, I haven't
You have to-
trained,
you
but
have to-
Bob probably has it better.
You have to track your way to where you're going. You have notes on it, and the tracks were deliberately left. You get advantage.
Also,
19.
personally,
Or
I just like to point out that I've been thinking of the fact that my armor is obviously noticeable
20.
enough that the demonic faction recognize it immediately.
Yes.
So I'm more or less taking the assumption that everyone I meet isn't super upset with the demonic faction because they're not upset for me wearing having this armor.
To be fair, what you noticed is one guy from that demonic faction noticed, and he had to explain it to the rest of the group of people that were with him.
So it's pretty rare.
Yeah, it was that one guy knew it.
I was
You
thinking
didn't
of it,
pry
I'm
as to why he knew it, but there was actually a reason why he knew it.
I was getting
24.
treated like a pariah.
Yeah, you get there. But yes, so far you have met a single individual that recognizes it.
For the record, not trained in survival.
Buddy has more wisdom than I have, my +2.
So yeah, you make your way down there. Yeah, what does that say? Let's see.
I was that druid who lived in the city. Everyone's heard about that, right?
Let's see, and that's gonna be at half move because that's bit jungle-y stuff. So we're gonna call that 7 days. You're not quite done with 7 days at this point, but that would be when you reach the where you're going. Can I get one of you to roll a D12 and a D8 for me?
For what purpose?
And add them together.
6.
Thanks. Alright. Now do that once more. Sorry.
10.
Okay. You have no arbitrary encounters on your way. That's so far.
Nailed it.
Technically, there was a chance for good encounters too.
I doubt it. Doubt.
Travel the muggy jungle.
But yeah, now let's say that's probably going to be on right about that 7th day. And you notice in your notes that there was a spot where they do mention that there was a mist along the ground in an area, and you definitely see it. It is so in the area around where they've been. That is still here. So that seems to be some sort of long-lasting feature of the area, as opposed to what a mist would normally just be. Hey, there's a mist in the morning, and then it goes away. It's there at this time too. So most likely.
It's like, let the man magic.
Do you want to sit down and try to ritual out your detect magic?
Yes.
You do. You're definitely gonna miss it. I'll let you make a perception check, Nick.
15.
Yeah.
You got +0?
0 wisdom, not
You're both
trained.
you're quite sort of standing there watching him as he's doing his casty bits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you notice. You sit down to pretty much do that, right? It's a visual thing that you
I
said.
choose to kneel.
Okay. But you'll see that the mist sort of creeps its way up him and around his armor and the spikes. Perhaps they could be horns if they were longer. The mist grows, creating horns of his head as he just sort of sits there, not moving very much.
The mist is acting weird on you.
Well, like, fan it away. I'm busy.
Blow away the little horns.
Yeah, it goes away and...
Fan me, servant.
And, you stop and a large...
Hydron.
A large winged horned figure sort of flows back over top him, sort of resting above him for probably 3 or 4 seconds before the mist collapses back down over him and settles again.
Do demons ever be misty?
Yes.
There may be one of those around here that just stood above you.
Well, I'm sure it's not
Did
a
it
problem.
look like the statue, the dude that we saw last time, who was stuck with the hat?
Mildly. It doesn't look like
Mildly.
As in, still devil. Maybe not that devil.
yeah. It doesn't necessarily look like that was him, but a similar form of creature. Yeah.
So wherever we're going, we might have devils. And or demons, given that they're interchangeable in this world, and you have disadvantages against both.
I don't think so.
It'd probably be down on the
Against
curse
the-
part.
Just against the one.
Against devils.
Hmm.
But, okay. You finish it. Yeah,
Yep.
it has a bit of mild magic to it.
Yeah. Look out for magic. Look at myself. Make sure I'm not like carrying some horrible curse aura.
Yeah, you are.
Your armor is magical.
Yeah, I know. I looked through that. Check the other parts.
Nothing more than usual.
Make sure they don't got no curse auras. Running good.
No.
Alright. Seems cool.
Okay.
We move along through the forest looking for magic auras. I got 10 minutes.
At this point, you should be pretty close. Probably. What are we?
10 minutes to cast, 10 minutes to detect magic.
Still trying to decide if I want to take that as an outwill.
Yeah, you're probably at
Yeah,
this point
warlocks, just permanent detect
a
magic.
couple hours from where you're heading. Yeah, but yeah. So you have a little bit. Yeah, and then you see this here. Now let you all make perception checks.
14. Yeah.
Natural 20. 22.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you're the one with the high one.
I got a 17
See,
passive.
that devil was watching my back.
Yeah.
Helping me out. That's what happened here. On my side.
You're looking around trying to see magical stuff, seeing if there's anything. And other than this, you do see a creature that's sort of up a little bit on a ridge, looking down at the path that you're following. Who's sort of, looking down. He's watching you as you're walking along.
Is it a monkey?
Humanoid form, body form, bit too tall.
Wings? Horns?
A horse,
It's a horse?
only part.
Oh, it's a centaur.
How is it in the tree?
Well, it's on a
He's
ridge.
on a ridge.
Okay.
He's just up in a tree, leaning down. That's a giant horse body.
What? I was really confused because it looked like you were hanging off of a tree
Yeah,
branch.
he is grabbing a tree branch and leaning down as he looks over you.
I don't think
His
he would
feet are on the ground.
I don't. The body proportions, he can lean out as far as he wants. His horse hat's going to keep him balanced.
Yeah, not falling, not moving.
Ah.
And his goal is not moving.
He wants
I would
to be
not like to
still.
fall to my death.
Yeah. Well, as in not moving, like not being obvious. He is trying not to have you see him.
How far away is he?
He's probably 500 feet.
So, too far to, like, really yell at. Over the din of a jungle.
You could yell at him. He would hear that you are yelling. There's a fair chance he'd understand you.
I motion as peacefully as possible, you know.
The international sign of war and death. Bring it.
Bring it. Yeah, no. Make sure I know. I see you.
You point out the horseman to us.
Yeah.
And he's stepping backwards.
Just to stare. You know, giant and massive metal thing looking at it.
So there are horse people?
Yeah, centaurs exist. I have no idea what they do here, but they exist.
Probably the first thing that would then greet you, because you tried to get him coming up.
Jungle centaurs.
Yeah, the thing that would then appear, and you might notice a faint muffled noise, and then some footprints as a
Hear those footprints.
hairless dog, near hairless dog, sort of bounds its way up to sniff around your feet.
Our feet?
Your feet. And he's looking up at you, like he knows he's...
Hairless dog.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
Don't you talk dog?
No.
Not that he's ever proven to us. He does still technically have that
just
mammal.
saying.
Try.
I'm just saying he's a
Oh, right.
He's a
I
druid.
can talk to him, because he's a
he's
mammal. and
he's
I
a
can talk to
druid. I
anything
assume he
turn
can talk to
into.
animals.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I can try to talk to the dog.
can
but
you understand me?
I don't know if the dog understands it.
Hey, you understand me?
Do you try to talk to him like a dog?
No,
No, I talk to him like a person. I try to use my ability to talk to animals.
Okay. You guys can understand what he's saying.
Him?
Yes.
Theoretically, we could talk to anything as long as it
Alright,
has
so-
a spoken language and it's near us.
So, what are you doing here?
Paws at ground and sniffs in the air.
Tracking
I
something?
can actually speak to animals. I have that as a special ability. He's not talking.
No, he's not. He can understand you, though.
Why aren't you talking?
Maybe because it's a dog.
No, I'm supposed to be able to have a conversation.
No. You can talk to dogs. You can talk to animals. You talk to animals, they can't understand you. They can understand you right now. You're not speaking dog.
So when I said I want to use my ability,
You said you speak to him like a person.
I speak to everyone like they're people.
Yeah, point being, you speak to him like he's a person, not like he's a dog.
Okay, fine. I use the doggy language.
Then he doesn't seem to understand you. Okay, you're confused.
I'm confused
Let's
because it
go
doesn't
with
make any sense.
knowledge arcana checks for anyone who's interested.
It's not a dog. It's
If
a
you let's go with
arcane
if you are proficient with knowledge nature, get yourself some advantage on that knowledge arcana check.
I'm not. I got a 12.
I don't know if I took knowledge nature. I did.
Get advantage. That's a mechanic I thought of this week. I was like, oh, that way I could tie two in together and make a primary and a secondary.
14?
14 and you had 12. You're both going to understand the fact that it is not actually a dog. It is a fey creature.
Okay, kill it then.
What? No one understands us. It's like, it's a creature that has intelligence. Let's kill it. Let's not. And it's like, well, how do you animal fae think? What's a fae?
You don't know what those are.
No.
Yeah, like I said, you didn't make the check.
I don't know what a fae is either.
I don't know. I guess you'd get out like it's a nature animal of some sort.
Yeah.
It's a nature thing.
It's not like a normal animal.
Ah. Well, anyways, I say.
It's a fairy thing.
Well, anyways, hi, how you doing? Well,
I
we're going
take
to the temple.
I take the opportunity to bring up the fact that while devils generally always keep their deals, fae, being larger chaotic creatures, usually will break them. And they're not all nice.
To be fair, Fae are not necessarily largely chaotic.
No, they're not.
Yeah, quite frankly, in what we have currently, they're widely diverse for what alignments they
In the
gave
5th
them.
edition, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try and see if I can engage some conversation with this dog.
He can understand you, not speak to you.
Okay.
Does
Well,
it want to come along with us?
we're heading to the temple in the forest or in the jungle. Going that way.
So you say that?
Yeah.
He takes a few steps back and disappears.
Good job. You killed him.
What? Not disappears in the jungle, just pops.
Yeah, pops.
Good job. You killed him.
Just scorn viscera everywhere.
No, smoke.
Oh, okay.
I should have had my familiar check that out.
You have a familiar.
Yeah,
It's a weasel.
Oh,
I have a familiar. I'm like, it might have been able to help out there. It's just expensive to resummon.
10 gold.
It's like 25.
Oh, okay.
He needs a brazier.
It costs an entire book.
I like that. That's your way of.
Hey, the weasel understands. He's like, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm like, basically an entire book. Yeah, basically an entire book.
So we've met ghostly devils, a horseman, and a magical fairy dog.
What's the devil? Oh, that thing.
Like I said, it'll probably be fine.
I'm just saying, there's a possibility it might not be. We should probably be prepared.
Oh yeah, I know. We can always run. That's always a possibility.
Barrel, barrel, barrel!
Nobody runs like a deer.
It's more like nobody runs like Rope Trick.
You know, when that elf was going back to the back room, I thought of that, but in a slightly different context.
Ah, yes.
Deer.
That t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Probably don't want to know.
You don't. You'll be angry at us.
Yeah.
We'll tell you after the camera goes off, so you can't be angry at us on camera.
How about you just don't tell me at all?
No, that's not happening.
But I don't want to know.
Still not happening.
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground around your feet.
Entanglement spell.
You have difficult terrain. And are restrained. Do you immediately fight it?
No, I don't.
I pull up my legs a little. It's like,
I
do jungles grow this fast?
this is Fey magic. I just look at it. I don't even have to check magic on anymore. We just met a Fey. This is Fey magic.
As from out of a nearby tree, a feminine form of cloaked in spirals of leaves forms from the tree. Leaves blowing in wind.
Is it a sexy lady?
It's a dryad.
Oh, I was like, is it a sexy lady? I told everyone not to look at it.
A little more tree-ish, but
Okay, that's fine then. Probably not some horrible enchantress.
So you still want us to leave it alone, though?
Make like a tree and bark.
oh, it's plenty.
Uh,
But she says to you, be wary of your path. Do not disturb the king who lies there.
I'm going to stop you right there. I don't do cryptic warnings. You're either going to have to explain yourself or we're going to that temple.
So
Be wary if you do. I can't.
Yep.
She's still talking.
Just
Quite specifically, she is giving more information.
okay. I'm
She,
just saying,
she is.
I'm already getting to be dismissive.
No. Be wary if you do. Yeah, it can be hazard ground. The king who lies there. Do not betray him.
Hey, we got a crown for him.
Just hey, I'm gonna roll my eyes so hard inside my helmet.
Well,
We
excuse
can
me.
hear the servos going.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Tree Lady. We are going there to take magical items. Will taking magical items disturb the king who lies there?
Yes.
So this is we're just
Stealing-
playing Don't Wake Daddy now.
Is the king one person?
I have never met him.
Then how do you know that he doesn't like being disturbed? Maybe he's just been waiting there for someone to come over, he's going to have a nice tea party, and here you are being a rude neighbor.
He has spoken to us.
That's
Is the
just-
king a fae?
Okay?
Is it a nature person?
No. I
So you're-
don't believe so.
Are you all going to get butthurt if we kill the king? Which is exactly how I phrased that.
I do not believe he is capable of dying.
Yeah, that's not the question, though. If we kill him, you go and get mad.
I would be upset.
How upset? Like, man, that was my favorite cup upset? Or, I should probably kill everyone now upset?
The leaves spiral outward as she fades back into the
I give a cryptic message. They keep asking me questions. Run away!
and the vines around your feet release you.
That's fine, but if you come at me again, I'm going to ask you more direct questions. I know you can't handle those.
This is why it's better to make deals with devils than fae. Devils will screw you, but at least it's a straight deal.
They're telling you, this is how I'm gonna screw you.
It's a straight deal. I don't like fae.
Gonna get you involved with child murder.
We declined that offer.
Declined very loudly.
I declined it a little less loudly. But declines all around.
Yeah, you declined everything. I declined this. I also declined to be in this combat.
Yeah, I'm just no. What part of the Cult of Inferno don't you like? Ooh, it's the demon part. That part right there. That's the part I'm not cool with. That's a full half the cult. Yep.
What about you two? The whole thing, really. We don't like sacrificing children.
So
No,
really,
we don't like sacrificing as a general rule.
so really,
if
we're
you
like,
can perfectly fine of people sacrificing themselves.
we're like 75% against the cult.
Yeah. Except for that 25% where you're a dick.
Hey, I came out
And
ahead.
deal with the devil.
I came out ahead. We're going to the temple.
Well, yeah, you carry on.
Hopefully, the king's one person with a head.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're just gonna imprison a different dude with this.
How did you?
No.
How did you miss me saying?
I heard you say it, but it's not until now that I realized what that ultimately means.
We've got a crown
Oh
for
my
him.
god.
We've got a crown for him.
I like that. This
Yeah,
might
I mean, that
also
just
be
makes
another
you such
devil.
terrible people. If you choose to, such terrible, wicked people. But
Hey,
but he's the one in control of the crowd, so there's a decent chance it's gonna happen.
we're not killing children. You're the one trying to kill children.
Hey,
Mr.
you could
DM,
save this
man.
king's right now by making him a 4-year-old boy.
Yeah, actually, make him a kid. He'll
I
live.
can't. That's not who he is. Why is your stuff still in there?
I haven't needed to roll but the 20.
So you leave it in their way?
It's not in my way.
It had the little blocking pencil. It was fine.
The die is a different color. It was pretty easy to figure out.
They were so confused, and he just didn't care.
To be fair, if they were confused,
I wonder if
I
the dryad
still
would-
wouldn't care.
I wonder if the dryad would be upset if we looted the king. Just started dragging him out.
I don't think you could do that.
With the crown on its head.
In fact, I'm going to say
just
you
tie a ribbon
can't
around
do
it.
that.
I'm sure we got enough rope to secure the crown to his head and then drag him into town.
You'll see.
Here's your giant elven king.
What is that? Oh, this belongs to the Tongues Society.
That's mine. As we run.
Anyways.
Good luck to you with that.
Pyramid.
It's a tiny pyramid, but cool.
It's not that small.
Well, assuming that it goes up for every space, it's only like 20 feet tall.
It's bigger than me.
Underneath that box, there's a path. That's the path you're coming in on. You can deliberately not, but that's the one that seems to form probably 80 feet that way, and is the sign of this more or less civilization.
Looks good to me.
Let's just start this off with a bang.
It's like, oh, road. I need to be a bear.
Bear.
There's a road. You should probably, just... We're going to bear left.
But yeah, you have your basic description of the area. This is it.
Where are these things?
There are little, that's one outside. It's sort of a obelisk, probably 15-ish feet tall pillars. On each side, where there's one on each road that leads up to the pyramid at the center. There's one that blocks the path directly through there.
Stop. Start making perception checks. I'm looking.
You're
at
not
the
perceiving
obelisk.
a whole lot now, are you?
No, I moved it.
Oh,
and
okay.
it moved.
I got a 6.
I got 16.
16? Okay.
One less than my passive.
I should have not tried so hard.
I know.
Yeah, you can probably still see, generally off to the side, there are at least 2 centaurs that are just sort of standing by, staring at you.
Can you point that? Wave again.
Ah, he's waving. Must be centaurs.
And they sort of step back into the...
Oh, come back. We need to know if you're bad with us looting this place. I say in Centaur, if they're close enough for my effect range.
But it only takes a moment.
They don't.
15 or 20 seconds later, when 3 or 4 of those dogs sort of poof in and come up, and they probably don't get within 20 feet of you, but they're...
Do you have problems with us looting the building, besides not waking the king? Tap once for yes, twice for no. The dogs don't want us to.
No sign noise. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, tell you what, we're going to check around and we'll leave the pyramid for last. Start going checking these other buildings for stuff.
They do not approach within 20 feet, and they will keep their distance if you move towards them.
I asked the dogs if it's okay if I go and look at the pyramid.
Once for you. Yeah, you can go look at it.
I had to remember which one was which.
Yeah.
I just got the pyramid, the dog's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, sort of. I'm going to say no. Yeah, scholarly interest.
I go up and start casting Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Start searching the buildings.
I stand next to Vic.
Again, difference between this and the map. There is fog here.
I pop the weasel out and tell them to go look for centaurs.
Okay. How far away can you...
Within a mile, I think?
100 feet.
Okay.
To share senses, a mile for, like, it's me knowing it's there.
Okay. But in order to speak to you...
Just to move around.
Yeah, if he's just going around this general area, they're not within the ruins.
Alright, that's all.
Yeah. And yes, that is in fact what this area is. They are ruins. There is a big pyramid-like temple in the center with some sort of clearly... whatever... segregated, some obelisk things around it, and then buildings around it that are pretty much just crumbled.
Is that a net way in?
No.
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 Is there a way in?
I don't
nothing
think there's an inn.
nothing that is evident.
Because I have the weasel check.
Yeah, nothing strictly evident. No, just opening that is there. But no, that is a portion of the pyramid outside that is just collapsed. What do you guys? You guys looking at anything specific?
He's watching over him while he casts. I'm going through looking for jars, other things, books, if they're not all degraded. Bric-a-brac.
You know, you might find some, what were like clay roof tiles, or it's like it's things. There's not much here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still check all the buildings, going through one by one.
And as you're actually up in here, you notice the dogs, they don't even want to seem to come up into the ruins themselves.
Well, yeah, they're worried about waking the king.
Also, does the fog stop at a delineated thing, or are the dogs walking through the fog?
The dogs will walk through the fog. Okay. The fog has continued from this general area 6 miles in the direction you came from.
Oh, okay.
Is it climbing up on me now?
No. No, it probably hasn't done anything weird around you since around that first 10 or so minutes that you were in it. That depends. Are you thinking of doing terrible things with your demon friend? Or devil friend?
I'm not planning for it. It is always a possibility.
But is it something that you're thinking about?
No.
Then no.
Not generally, no.
Then no, nothing's creeping up on you.
I'm always thinking of it. It's like, you gotta be careful when you make deals with devils. You can't make those lightly. So it's like, I'm never gonna be in a position to actually make a deal unless I have to, like I'm gonna die. Oh god, devil, come save me.
Mm-hmm. But you, so you don't find anything. It's old. It's an old place. It's fallen to bits. Hundreds of years of decay.
Mm-hmm. After I do a circuit of those, which he'll probably be done before me, but I'll eventually go up to the spire thing, the obelisk, see if they have any markings I can read. Rather,
they had some markings on them at some point. I will let you make perception check.
5.
That's your total?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is nothing that you can make out from them. Anything that was there is too faded. You might be able to say, here is where a line of something was, but it is just the stone is worn away so much that it's...
I go over to you and it's like, can I borrow a piece of paper?
Yeah. Hand you a book. I don't have paper.
Tear a sheet out of the back. Thank you. I go start a small fire. Some wood. Try to get it down to charcoal.
Okay.
He's doing other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. In which case you get the same thing that you would see before. Very worn bits that you can't really discern what from what. It's they had been carved in there and then they wear away where it's just sort of it's too blurry to see anything because all the edges are worn away and there's no defined edge for any of what was written there.
Well, it gave me like a 50% better chance than just looking at it. They could be indentation microly.
Yeah, you get your detecting magic-y bits.
Yeah, you gotta look at things. Look for magic.
How far can it see through stone?
Through stone? I want to say a foot. 1 foot of stone.
1 foot of stone. You see, other than you and them and what magic bits you have, nothing.
Nothing?
What about that
little coffin at the top?
Yeah.
He's
coffin
in fact not magical.
Is it solid?
You don't think so?
Does it have a seam?
Yes.
I can't see through it?
You cannot. Well, you do not see magical bits through it.
Where's the dog at?
They're probably off. They're beyond the actual ruins. They're not coming up into the ruins.
Oh. So there's no magic. I go back to the dog.
Okay.
I ask him if I can open the box on top of the pyramid.
One yes, two no.
He tilts his head.
There's like a box, kind of that you put a body in, like a human body or a person body.
Can I check inside that? Or is that where the king is? No.
No.
He doesn't necessarily look so sure, but
Don't touch it.
I'm thinking about centaurs. I yell out for them, asking them.
Where's the centaurs at?
Yeah.
they're that way some distance.
Yeah. Yelling out for them. What's your take on this? This is a community decision.
But you just stay here in the ruins?
No, I'm out on the edge.
Okay.
I was like, willing to... If they show up
You want
closer-
to fall... There is a road that leads out that direction.
you
I'm
guys
gonna go
want...
there. I'll stay here. I'm gonna take some etchings.
Yeah.
Try and decipher some script, which isn't a skill anymore.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Nick.
Okay.
Walk out and down
This
there.
place seems pretty safe.
Yeah.
Weasel,
still-
keep a lookout.
I'm still a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you carry on out that way.
See if I can figure anything out based on like what is written on these runes.
Or you can figure out a... Because I tried taking etchings and it didn't work.
Yeah, but this is my training.
Okay.
You know what? You're not probably going to fight them.
Yeah.
Unless they do. It's not a fight, it's a massacre.
I'll just drop it. Thank you. So, yes, the bases are in the bottom. I don't have to go about that.
There's a bunch of centaurs.
There are only 6.
Yeah. Still, that's enough centaurs where I think,
Uh,
unless they were murdering a child, I won't want to fight them.
Well, when you come upon them, there's a small boy.
And they're sort of set aside on what is a decently large lake here in this part of the jungle here. So a big lake, and they're sort of staring there. They're not on like the far side from you. They're like you're walking up to it. The road more or less leads to it, and then into the lake. But it very clearly it goes like 4 or 5 feet into the lake, and then they just stopped.
Yeah.
But it essentially you could walk out of the lake onto this road that leads up to the pyramid.
Cool.
But they're sort of off to the right there, just sort of looking, staring at you.
Howdy. We are from the Tungsten Society. We've come to find knowledge and magic. We have been warned not to wake the king. Is the king in the box? Would the king wake up if we took anything magical? We have not found any, but we wanted to ask the locals first. I say all in whatever language they speak, because
Yeah.
we're close enough to them.
Yes. One that he stands out as elderly, as...
I'm impressed you know our language.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, he'll walk up probably within 20 feet of you, and he'll sort of look down at you. I mean you no harm. Bring no harm to our people.
Vague messages.
Well, yeah, it's like we don't want to.
I do not know the king. We only see him when we sleep.
So,
He speaks to us. His land is sacred, and his land centered there in that temple at the center of his land is where I believe he is. I do not know if he is in a box. I do not know if he is in the earth.
Is the fog his?
The fog emanates from that place, and within the fog, he can speak in your dreams.
Oh, okay.
I turn back into people. What's in the water?
Crocodiles.
The road leads to the water.
It is the lake. There are many fish.
Do fish often come up out of the lake and take the road?
No.
And why does the road lead into the lake?
It's a very old road. I'm going natural stuff.
He goes. The road and the lake have both been here before our time.
I'm gonna go check out the lake. I run and jump, and when I'm in the air, I turn into a shark, go into the water.
Can you turn into a shark?
Yes.
I believe it's third level.
You specifically told me that I could turn into sharks. It's a monster, isn't it?
And if not, you can always turn into like a dolphin,
Well, that's not where the question is.
right? You can turn into a dolphin. Those are mammals, right?
My last one is
But
fly at 6. I have swim speed.
You do? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what the question was.
Yeah, that's third.
Was it?
You
Okay.
are a very clumsy shark. It's just, oh god, so hard.
Though, depending on how often today you swap back and forth, you might be a dolphin. But
I don't... Oh, whatever. I check out the lake.
Okay.
it's lakey.
No, that's,
You start dying because it's not salt water.
I'll be fine.
it's D&D. We don't need to worry about that.
I turn into that rare freshwater shark. There are things.
Yeah,
They
there's
are.
a few of them.
Yeah, they are.
Some of them are real dangerous because they can go up rivers.
Coming to murder you where you live.
I guess we'll call that investigation?
Yeah, sounds right.
I was kind of wanting to see if I get advantage on such things.
Nope, you get ability to do such things.
16.
16. Yeah, you do manage to find that there are some structures that seem to have been built into the sides of lower parts of this lake. Cavernous areas. How long do you spend exploring them?
10 minutes?
10 minutes? Alright. You do not find anything of value.
Some of these pots.
Yeah, there might be a little bit more trappings of older life than were available up here. But it does look like there were some sort of structures that it was actually something of significance, probably to the same group of people that made this pyramid and whatever civilization lies in ruins around it.
I swim back up to the
Similar
top.
architecture types in some of the things carved in there.
While he's down there swimming, I'm just ignoring that he did that. Like, don't acknowledge it. It'll make it seem weird.
I turned into a bear. I turned from bear to people, then jumped into the air and turned into a shark.
Don't acknowledge it. It might seem weird. Talking to
He has
them
the same thing as me.
about the sleeping one, if they know what it looks like, I say, I have seen of the fog a horned winged shape. Is that the sleeping one? Describing what the fog turned into?
The fog marks those of wicked intent.
Ah, okay. God damn it, Austin.
I didn't do anything. And, I mean, you might think I did something, but I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yet. I mean, come on.
No. It's literally your devil is, since you come in here and put a link on you, it's like looking around. It's like, yeah, it's not doing anything interesting right now. Dismiss his consciousness.
Maybe. We'll see. Who knows?
So yeah, I come out of the water after my 10-minute little reconnoiter.
Yeah, it's like, eventually I say, we go to the top, we like, thank you, we will try not to disturb anything if we do not have to, and we'll leave your king alone. So far it seems like this is a bus trip anyways. So.
He sort of nods. We appreciate that, but he is the king, not ours.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever has the fog and the oldie in the land.
It's like we honor and do not, and we live on his land.
Yeah.
He
We
does
try not to piss it off, whatever the ancient
No
spirit
king
is.
of mine. We didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
You don't vote for king. I'm not old. I'm only 37.
And come back. It's like, well, no, I'll wait for Bob to get out of the water. And it's like, yeah, I just talked to him, like, is it a good land spirit? Does it give you nightmares, or just talk to you and chit-chat in your dreams?
No, he He is protective of his lands. He is protective of the treasures which are his. He stays in slumber. He grants fog to warn against those who are wicked. He imbues precious stones with magical ability.
Oh, okay.
It's like they're pretty much able to outline. No, here's what we know. We don't know what he looks like. We have not actually seen him. He speaks in dreams.
Yeah. So I'll come back to the thing, and it's like, okay, here's what I think. Once you get out of the water, one of us needs to take a nap. I volunteer it not be Austin.
I'm not there to argue.
No. That's when we come back to talk to you.
Were you doing anything of significance while they were away?
I was trying to see if I could get any readings on, like, if I could decipher any of the script to figure out where the king is.
I go to sleep.
Or where his, fancy...
Well, we're going to have a conversation. I don't bring that up, and you didn't hear that part yet.
No. When you say we need someone to go to sleep, I'll do it, and I go to sleep.
You said we need someone to do it. You weren't saying I want to do it, and you were saying not Austin. That means it's him. So yeah that's.
And my name is Tormmik.
Okay, yours isn't bad.
Yes, I'm sorry. Tormmik, Rock, John.
John Rock McTormick.
Is that your porn name?
I don't know, it just feels the most natural out of those. Not just straight up Tormmik his last name, it needs the McTormick. Because Mick makes everything
Tormmik's the first
fancier.
name.
Yeah. Mick makes everything fancier and last name-ish.
Tormmik's my first name.
Mm-hmm.
Rock is actually the most logical last name. Because that's not first name.
Rock, big
Investigation.
Yeah, that's what 12.
I might roll higher on that.
Yeah, you might.
I get a 6.
Yeah, you're not really sure. You going to sleep? Eh? What are you guys doing while he's going to sleep?
Well, I discussed with Tormmik the things we found from the centaurs that he speaks to him in dreams. I say me or Bob goes to sleep to negotiate with him, then leave because I don't want to wake him up.
I do.
But he does have imbue stones with magic. Maybe we can get some of those and go.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you have any stones?
I do.
Yeah, I
What
got
do
a
you have?
pair.
I have a tiger's eye.
Do you... So you mentioned that. Do you look at your tiger's eye?
Yeah.
It's probably in a pouch or bag.
I'm wearing it on a wrist. I have a bracelet. I have a gold bracelet with a tiger eye gem.
That gem, let's see, probably by the time you're up in the ruins, it is shedding dim light for 5 feet. Why you have that out, I don't know, but okay.
I've had it on my list for a while. I have a gold bracelet with a tiger eye
Okay.
gem, and I don't know when I got it, but probably pretty long ago.
I either came in with this or
No, I didn't come in with it. I must have found it somewhere. I don't know where.
But yeah, it's shedding dim light.
And
I cast detect magic in 10 minutes.
Yeah. It has no more magic than the fog did.
It's just glowy.
Yeah.
I got 10.
It's a very mild magic. It's...
does he think it'll fade once we're out of the fog?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can see through 1 foot of stone. How thick is the stone slab on top of this tomb?
You can see through it.
I can see magic through it.
You do not see magic on the other side.
So it's less than 1 foot thick?
Well, you can't tell
Or
that.
it stops. You can't tell that.
Can't tell.
Yeah. Unless there is magic on the other side, you don't get to see how thick it is.
I think we should open it up.
I think we should not open it up.
Just a little bit.
No.
Just a peek.
That's why we're sending someone to sleep. It's like,
Just enough so I can see through it.
no. That will wake him up.
might
We're
not.
going to parlay first, and then hopefully we
You all
don't.
knew.
In what way?
As
I
in you
do not
haven't slept.
believe you've entered my home before.
Oh, this is a new planet for me.
Is it? From quite far away, then, are we?
Well, it's a planet, so yeah.
Snarky.
You're the one who sent me to negotiate.
No, you should have sent me.
I hate you both. As I try to be the kind, personal cyborg
we
with
got
my
sent
20
here by
charisma.
Tungsten Institute to investigate. Everyone says that would be like a really bad idea and we should leave you the hell alone. So we decided to come and talk to you before we went busting into your house, as it were.
I do prefer being left alone.
Can we come in and take stuff of historical and art and of historical significance? This is a paying thing for me.
I do enjoy to be paid.
No, for me. I'm not concerned about you. So unless there's like some nature of trade you want here that is acceptable, and we're gonna have to discuss.
What are we
those
talking
terms
about? I
at
couldn't do
length.
this anyway. I don't sleep.
What can you do?
I like zone out for 4 hours.
Do you trance?
I don't think I trance.
Trance also works.
No, I'd have to look at it. Let me see the white book. Thank you.
Gray.
Yeah, I figured out what he meant. The spine's white, though.
And all the pages are.
That's why. There's no real spine. The spine is the color of the pages, yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I enter in an active state for 4 hours. You do not dream in this state.
Very specifically, you
You
don't
are
drink.
fully aware of your surroundings. And I do not dream.
That you actually couldn't. An elf could.
But I can't.
Nope. I know. What did you say? So you asked if there was some sort of trade that you would want?
Yeah.
It's like, if you yourself are seeking money, then I doubt there's anything you yourself would trade.
That's a very good point. More's the point, I'm broke. I spent all my money. That's why I need more. So, I have other people.
Great savings, though I can eat my way through it.
You're really creeping me out, dude. You're gonna have to explain that better. We have a policy against vagueness. You're gonna have to be very blunt with your responses.
I'm glad I got that
house,
through.
my rules.
Not in this negotiation.
Okay, out of game. Did you miss the eating and that this is a dragon?
Yes.
I'm glad I picked up on it. Now, as a man who specifically learned Tolkien Elvish, you might think, eat through savings, once gold. That sounds awful lot like a dragon.
Well, yeah, but he's not speaking in smog voice, so.
No, I'm not. I'm not Benedict Cumberbatch.
Very few people are. There's that one guy.
Yeah,
and
he's
Stephen
good at it.
Strange.
Yeah, he's
Stephen Strange is good.
Yeah, Stephen Strange could totally pull this crap off. If he wasn't being arrogantly breaking his hand into things. I assume this is late enough when this is posted that that's...
This is next year.
Yeah.
This is totally in the future.
Yeah.
Heck, if it went out today, it would still be late enough. The movie's already come out.
Yeah, but there's a kind of a grace period there where you let people get to see the movie.
Yeah.
In case you haven't seen the movie,
Sorry,
Benedict
if not-
Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange.
And
Spoilers.
breaks his hands in an arrogant way.
Okay, yeah. The spoiler alert from like 70 years ago when from Stephen Strange broke his hands.
Hey, some people don't read comics.
Yeah.
And
I'm not one
do
of
like movies.
Anyways,
It's like, so what would be an acceptable tithe for things of historical significance?
if you bring gems or pearls, I could trade some of the other valuables in my possession for them.
Like statues that aren't shiny or something? What?
No. Remember, we're here for magical baubles.
Is that what we're here for?
We're always here for magical baubles. They don't actually care about historical bull crap. Tungsten Society wants magical baubles.
The treasure hunters.
I Okay.
We're from the Tungsten Historical Society.
We're from the Tungsten Grave Robbing Magical Item Society. Oh yeah, I know them.
Okay. I'm gonna go and talk to my companions and get back to you. Can I go back to my regularly scheduled dreaming?
Eventually.
But till then, dance.
Dance, puppet.
And you are there, and your mind is in a fog, and he doesn't say anything else to you.
Whatever.
But you have to sort of sit there in this fog afterwards for what feels like at least
I go
another
to
hour.
sleep. Must go deeper.
You can't quite make it to sleep.
That's fine. I lay down.
But you can
anyways.
try. Yeah.
You lay down, close your eyes, get that half
You don't
awake
have
sleep.
a full physical body to so much lay down, but yeah, you can still try
Yeah,
to.
I can lay down no matter what. I imagine myself laying down.
Anyways,
Hey, this is an active dream state. Let's not
probably
screw around.
he's probably out for how long before you wake him up? Do you?
No.
About an hour or two.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
I've got,
oh,
I've got paperwork to do. I'm fine to sit here.
yeah, just sitting on the steps.
I've got tons of
because it'll be
photos
2 or
I
3
can
hours before he wakes up.
Yeah.
Excellent. Long rest.
Every now and then I bring it up. It's like,
Yeah,
That
so
is-
a short rest, but yeah.
I mean, we could have opened it and closed it. He wouldn't even know.
What?
Every now and then, come on, it's right there. We can
Bandits we can kill and take their stuff. Otherworldly things that create their own fog and enter people's dreams, we're not messing with.
Oh
Pretty
god,
sure we
that
could-
would be really funny if we put the crown on him.
Let me out! All of a sudden, the king's real friendly.
Hey, buddy.
Keep inviting people over. As soon as we fall asleep, he's like, "Come hang out. Come on, come and see me."
Yeah,
No.
it
Also,
would not.
dragging his body to the elven town. Pretty hard when it's a dragon.
You know it's not hard. Beating him to death slowly while he's completely helpless, and then taking his head back to the Eagle's Eye for reward.
Yeah, that's well, I'm all for that.
I bet they pay
you
big
have
money
not
for a dragon. They pay big money for a dragon.
If we killed him, his horde would be ours. What do you mean they pay big money? We now have big money.
Hey, we don't know. His horde might be in
No,
like
what we're
exquisite
gonna
artwork.
do, what we're just going to do
Or
is
soapstone sculptures.
we're gonna blow up the door and
you
make
have
this a
got
house
to
now.
specifically talk to them about what they pay money for regarding dragons.
Hey, we found a dragon on the road. It was marauding people.
It was marauding people.
We leave the head on the road. This is where we found it and killed it. The body disappeared or something.
It's magic.
I devoured its soul.
We ate the body, and this is what we've got: is the head. We didn't eat this part.
We wanted to keep it.
It was
Approved.
chewy. There's some knot marks.
So eventually he wakes up.
Yeah, that's a couple hours. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Come on in."
I
I don't say that.
I'm like,
I don't have the wisdom to make that insight check, you douche.
No, I'm like, no. He wants to trade his valuables for like gems specifically and shiny stuff. I don't know what he is.
I've got one of those.
I don't think that will do it.
Well, did you ask about magical stuff?
Gem.
Oh no.
I've got a magical thing. I've been telling him that we should open this box just a little bit so I can see what's inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go open the box for him.
Fine, I'm gonna go hang out with the centaurs while you guys do that. I back out outside the edge of the ruins. This is a bad idea!
Don't be a pussy.
You guys,
I
how do you
vehemently
open the box?
object.
Concrete box.
Open it.
It doesn't have a hinge.
Crowbar?
Can I borrow
You
your
do have a crowbar? Okay.
I think he has it.
No, I have a crowbar and a pickaxe and other such tools that I carry around with me.
Can I borrow your crowbar?
No.
I turn to a bear.
Bear has less ability to get that open.
Fine, I'll give you the crowbar. Don't break the box.
No, I just turn into a bear and look at you. You know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Pull out crowbar, throw it.
We could do this.
You then have to walk down and go grab it.
I hate you guys. This is a bad plan. I wanted to make this perfectly clear. I object. This is a bad
When you
plan.
bring back the crowbar, I look at you and go, if there's money in here, he doesn't get any.
I would also like to point out, Out of Dragon, that is how big that coffin is. it is maybe about person-sized.
Yeah, no dragon fit in here.
Yeah. Who opens it?
Bob.
I don't have the strength.
I also don't have the strength, except for as a bear, so I make you position it, and then I push on the bar.
Teamwork. Got it. Regardless, you're able to get it. I don't care what your check was.
It was low.
Worst case, you try a second time.
Yeah, I'm also real heavy.
Yeah. You manage to lift it off into the side. And yeah, there's an opening then there.
Like there's a.
But are you trying to get it to fall? It's a big, heavy concrete thing.
I don't want to look inside.
So you just get it where it's off a little bit, and you can kind of see. Yeah, it's open.
It's like a hole down.
Yep. And about that same size, going down beyond what you can see.
I need some rope.
Yeah, rope, tie a big hanky knot on one end, turn to a rat.
Oh, I was going to use the weasel.
I have dark vision.
Alright.
You hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rat.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you just set the rope and let the entire rope fall down.
No, that's
the
why
rope
you tie a knot in one end, so you can just get caught on the side. Yeah, no, I'll just turn to a rat and climb
Do
on
you
that.
want to just rely on that, or do you want to also have someone holding it?
I'm holding it.
Yeah. It's like, I think you want both. You don't want me to shenanigans anything and get you stuck down there.
Alright,
Yeah, you...
I wrap my way
I'm going to
down.
put the weasel down with him anyway.
Yeah.
That way it can telepathic walk back to me. You can talk to the weasel can talk to me. It's a walkie-talkie.
I'm a rat,
Yeah, but the weasel's a walkie-talkie.
but I'm a rat.
And the weasel's a mammal.
You can speak to
The weasel's a celestial being.
Darn it. Does it still speak? Does it still, could it still speak with other weasels?
Probably. I'm not 100%. I don't think the rules on familiars are that specific in this edition. If you give me that, I'll check it
Because
out.
if that's true, then there's no reason I wouldn't be a bear all the time, and you just have a weasel riding on a bear.
The reason for the weasel this place is because you're going down a hole, and we don't necessarily want to be shouting up if there's a sleeping thing down there.
But yeah, you go down. How long's the rope?
50 feet.
50 feet.
His rope.
You do not get to the bottom, but you do get to where it opens up.
Can I see?
You have dark vision
yeah.
of how far?
60 feet.
60 feet? Yes, you can see that from... the basic shape is from this spot here, gold and gems and such was poured into here, and it has created bounds that prevent you from seeing any floor. You can see the top of this mound with your 60 feet vision, but you can't quite see where it goes, the walls off to the side, the bottom of it.
Yeah,
You can just see.
So how far
it's
away
just a weasel.
is the...
The top of
Oh,
it
it's not
below
even
you?
celestial or fey
It
anymore?
is, let's see.
Nope,
See, it's
doesn't
total
look like it.
of 50 feet. You probably get 45 feet down with
Oh,
him
yeah,
holding
celestial
it properly.
fey or
So, probably...
Mine's
and
fey.
from the actual top, it's 100 feet,
Definitely.
so 55 feet down. It's just at the extent of your vision is the top of this mound of...
Yeah, I'm asking how many ropes do I need to add to this rope to be able to reach
If
all
they're all
down to
50
the
feet.
bottom?
Just over one more.
Okay.
So one more would get it where you could mostly get there, but you wouldn't...
I climb back up.
But you'd have like 5 feet distance.
I climb back up.
Okay.
And then I turn into people and I walk over the neck. Rope.
It's a chasm that leads down.
I need a rope.
Don't make me do this the loud way.
Pull out my bundle of silk rope.
Yeah, thank you.
Still a bad idea, but if it works out, I still get a cut.
No,
But
you don't.
You're not
No rope.
participating.
He's providing the tools.
Yes.
I don't have any rope.
Don't you have an adventurer's pack?
He had a scholar's pack if he had anything. And
Scholar's pack still come with rope, damn it.
well, no, none of us bought any of that stuff. We had what we had before.
I had rope.
Well, I bought rope from the company store.
Oh, I just had rope. It was in my bag.
Nope. If I had rope at one point, I don't anymore.
Yeah, sure, we'll negotiate it. What? Give.
And I'll also give you this. It's one of the Kim sticks that light up. You can toss that down and see everywhere.
I can see anyways.
Okay.
Some of us can see in the dark. Don't look at anything. I'm going.
This is going to turn out great. We're going to be rich, and you're going to get nothing. You can drive us around.
So yeah, go back to the place.
What could
go
possibly
back,
go
go
wrong?
back to the Vic, and I pull off the other rope, tie them together.
Make a used rope check. Not anymore.
That was such a ridiculous thing to have its own skin.
Yeah, it was.
I'm like, okay, drop it down. Hold that again, and turn to a rat.
Yeah.
Screw it back down.
Again, that was, I'm guessing, 50 feet, which gets you almost to the bottom. You don't quite touch... you don't quite touch where the actual top of the treasure is, but you can certainly see much more of the room, much more of this mound as it goes out your, full 60 feet in any direction. Just mountains of gold and gems and...
At this point, has it hit you?
Oh yeah, I totally know what's going on at this point.
If you're thinking dragon, you'll probably see the dragon. Although it blends in with the gold. It has golden scales itself. It's partially submerged in this mound of golden coins.
I know that different colored dragons mean things.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I, once again, climb back up the rope. I go, okay, so here's what we're going to need you to do. I found the head of the dragon.
So it's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
What color is it?
Gold. We're going to go down there and we're going to put the crown on its head. And then steal all of its stuff.
You do know what that means.
Deep in thought. Technically, gold dragons aren't bad guys.
Well, your world has,
I-
Tolkien doesn't have D&D with colored dragons.
I don't... the dragons are all evil. They, they
well,
totally tried to kill that hobbit once.
Dragons can either be generally nice or generally bad. Gold ones generally fall on the generally nice side. I'm still okay with taking his money.
Okay, as long as we don't tell the other one.
I'm just making sure that you understand that this is probably theft.
Damn it. Chaotic good. Like, had to look down at the alignment. Don't want to make that mistake twice.
I'm okay with stealing from this dragon. Dragons don't need that much money. I'm okay with just like a sack or two.
Well, I've got my sack. I've got a magical portable thing, so I figured we could just fill it up, turn into a cat, climb back up the thing, and we could scamper off and just tell the tungsten that they can suck it.
I'm just doing my due diligence since you people have objected before to my morals. I'm okay with stealing from a good aligned dragon. You might not be.
Alright, let's go ask the other one.
I'm not cool.
I'm being a team player.
Yeah. I am not cool with stealing from a good line dragon.
Dragons
but
don't need that much money.
I am willing to deal with it, and possibly...
We don't have that kind of money.
I have like 600 on me. We could buy a magical item. If he wants straight cash, maybe he's willing to part with any magical items he has more readily. Well, we can
He
ask.
wants specifically gems.
Well, we can go change them into gems. It's only a week.
This is a gigantic waste of time.
I'm saying it's less
You're
dead.
just going to lose money. It would be easier to just go to Tungsten and be like, yeah, there's a dragon there. I'm not dealing with it. I would be more willing to do that.
I am also willing to do that. Just call this one a bust. There was no magical items. We searched with them.
I would also point out that dragons do make excellent equipment.
I'm more willing to
You
make
just
friends.
said it was a good dragon.
I'm putting it on the table as an option.
He also said he's fine to not be good to the good dragon.
I am more willing to make friends
I'm
with
just-
it. Come
I'm
back
just
when we
helping
have
you.
a stockpile of gems and trade with them then. We know where a dragon is now.
But we don't need anything. Like, what?
Tell you what.
Grab a bag of magical items for undisclosed amount of money
Yeah,
is not a
hence-
good deal.
Tell you what. Close the thing back up. Take a nap. Talk to him about magical items.
Oh, some little girl got kidnapped.
Mine's only vibrating.
Amber alert.
I apparently don't care about children. I turned it off.
My phone's on silent.
I don't know how to turn it off, or make it silent. It's constantly noisy.
Take a nap, ask about magical items, say we'd be willing to trade gems for it at a later date. If he has magical items, if he doesn't, there's nothing here for us. I don't want to die to a giant, what is evidently lizard, that wants money.
Oh, we would just put the crown on it.
Yeah, the crown would probably solve this problem.
I don't think we could get it to the giant lizard in time.
We literally could.
Yeah, we could if you were distracting it in a dreams conversation.
Yeah, don't mention the crown. Just don't bring it up. We're not going to do it without your approval, but don't bring it up.
I go back up there. I push the case onto the thing.
It could
Yeah,
be
then I lay on top of it and take my nap.
so trusting. It could be misconstrued as a threat if you mention we have a paralyzing death crown.
Yes, hence the... I'm not letting you guys near him unless you're doing something super
Are you
noisy.
going to try and do anything productive while he's taking his nap?
Yeah, I pull out my marker,
Okay.
and I draw a mustache on him.
So, no.
Because I know that he gets stuck. I know he's going to get stuck. I got stuck. He'll get stuck. I would tell you he's falling asleep, and then I draw a mustache on him with a marker.
Yeah. What do you... Yeah, you...
Yeah, put the cap back on.
It's like...
Are you with...
The other one? Yeah.
There's actually a third guy there.
Yeah.
But I can't dream.
Yes. Basically, we're of the understanding that these are your lands. You have things you might want to purchase. Do you have magical items? We might be in the future willing to trade both coin and jewels for them if you do not need your magical items and would prefer cash or shinies.
Delicacies are nice, and certainly items of great power have been poured upon me when I had a tribe of people.
Who worshipped you? Okay.
I suppose that is how they thought of it.
Or, evidently, it is my understanding that you are a giant lizard and very scary, so also fear-based. I can get that.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nice of you to notice.
Yes.
Now that I know it's a dragon, I try and relook at those scripts, see if I can figure out if there's mention of dragons. See if I'm specifically looking for something mentioning and the Great Terror came down and burned all the children, so I can get an excuse to rob this dragon.
That's true. If he burned the children, he...
You do find mentions of dragons.
I'm looking for I'm looking for an actual excuse.
I'll get back to you. Let's carry on with you. I'll worry about him in a moment. Yeah.
Basically, going over is we could be here for a while. We could go out hunting for you and bring you delicacies.
Gems and opals,
pearls.
pearls.
We can put that on our list and in our travels gather that up and maybe come back someday. But if you have magical items to trade, we would be more than willing to give you opals for magical items and pearls and other such freshwater or gems.
The saltwater.
Saltwater, yeah.
It's yes, I would be open to negotiation
Okay.
with kindly folk.
Yeah. Well, okay. That would be best.
Hey, I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I just
said
thought
I'm
about
sorry.
it. I just thought about
Yeah.
it super hard. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and he'll let you wake up. He probably doesn't see near as nice as you. You're yeah.
You have a mustache.
You're trying to find. So you're going in there with a mindset of dragony things. You can find dragony references. The closest you get, and you're not positive, but would be the Defender.
That totally won't go for the guy who defends children. What about the
do they
Defiler?
fuel the Defender with child sacrifice?
No, it looks like sacrifices of wealth.
I mean, yeah, you can eat pearls, but who the hell eats other gems?
Just a dragony thing to do, I guess.
I mean, if you really want a calcium supplement, pearls will do. It's an odd choice, but you can.
I don't know. I half-heartedly spin that he was probably extorting the people who used to live here.
Or provided a great service to them from all comers for the meager...
Sounds like a protection racket to me.
No.
It's only a racket if he doesn't actually protect them.
Yeah, no. A protection racket's what you do when you're protecting them from yourself. He's like a guard that you pay us money to guard your stuff.
He's like the Eagle's Eye.
Yeah.
No, the Eagle Eye pays us money. That's how that works.
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed that the good dragon was good, and you can't make it a good argument to try to stun it and kill
It
it?
has a lot of money. That's my good argument.
It has a huge amount of money. Huge amount of money.
And I'm pretty sure we could kill it.
It's too
I'm
bad.
pretty sure we can't.
I'm pretty sure
If I was,
It was a pretty big
if
dragon.
I was an evil dude, this would have ended completely differently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. This entire thing would have ended very, very differently if you were evil.
Yeah.
So I'd say he's willing to trade if we're ever get a giant stockpile of pearls,
Well, I've got a
opals.
tiger's eye. It's got to be worth like a handful of gold.
You could...
I'm not negotiating that for you.
Well, I can't.
That's not my
Yeah.
fault.
At this point, just open it up.
Technically,
Do you want a tiger's eye?
you knew it looked like he was sleeping down there.
He's sleeping.
Oh,
What's
okay.
wrong with you?
And also, it's more than just open it up. It's actually a lot of work to get it open.
I'm like way stronger than them, so.
Yeah, but you don't have a crowbar.
Yes, I do. It's right there.
What did
My
you do with it
crowbar.
while he was sleeping?
Yeah, take it, put it in my bag, turn to a horse.
I also take my rope back.
Don't make me reach there and get it.
That's not where my bag is.
We already had this conversation last week.
So
did.
I'm just saying is I've got
I guess I blocked that from my memory.
I've got some. I mean, come on, the crown itself's got to be worth a ton of money. We can give him the crown, and then we just take a sack of money.
I think he wants money, not magical items, though.
The crown's ornament with gems and stuff, probably.
He accidentally eats it, gets stuck on the tooth. He chokes to death on the crown
Yes.
because he can't move.
I say we just
We
suck it up
We
and
have here
we take
the
a loss.
opportunity for a massive influx of wealth, and you're turning it down.
A campaign ending in
Yeah,
books
yeah.
as
Can
well.
I please offer the... You don't believe that this money is going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not leaving. We can
I
get more
would-
powerful.
I would like to have a portable hole tomorrow, or that's rather in a week when I get back to town. That'd be nice.
It would be nice. Not being dead, also nice.
Highly unlikely it would kill us. As I said, it's probably a nice guy.
And you're a dick.
I'm taking advantage of everything.
Kindness.
You see this in? This should totally be an E in.
No.
If anything, it would be an E. Because we do...
Yeah, evil neutral.
No. At this point, you lead with the evil.
It's just neutral me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anytime
neutral me is usually neutral evil.
Yeah, I don't write down neutral evil when I'm neutral evil. I put neutral me.
But I don't want to be a mean person. I'm just saying that they don't need all that money. I'm trying to self-justify and explain to you that we could steal some of it and it'd probably only be slightly upset.
No,
I'm saying we just deal with it fairly
we could leave an IOU. I'm good for it.
No, you're not.
I believe in a very strong credit line. It's important to pay your debts.
Banker.
You don't have enough collateral to make that work.
I have a couple of things that would count as probably artifacts.
I'm saying this is an investment in the future.
Yeah, and if I had a lot of money, that's quite the investment.
And also, as far as some of your artifact, really powerful items, those are also things you can take into magic item shops and say, hey, will you trade me a portable hole for these? Hold on, let me check what they do. Oh.
No, that's a horrible, horrible thing.
Well, the rod we can get rid of, no problem. That's not even that big.
I believe we already traded the rod.
Yeah. What
But any of those things, you don't have to trade it to a dragon. You can trade items.
I'm not trading my crown for a portable hole. That is too useful an item.
Yeah.
Also, it's my only trump card against a devil that might be coming back for me in a few years.
Yeah. Well, tell you what.
Are you thinking about sticking the devil on the dragon right now?
No.
Okay.
I would.
Well, then,
I would not come out of that deal ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, but not by much.
He would just be ahead.
Just barely.
The body would be gone. He's just ahead.
Yeah. Tell you what. Camp here for the evening. I'm gonna go hunting. Drop some meat down there for him.
He doesn't eat meat. He eats gems. He already told you that.
Did he?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fine. Let's head out. We know what he wants.
Come on, I got tiger seed. That's gotta be worth some money.
Well, fine. Throw it down there.
Well, can I get some money out of it instead? Take some coins.
No.
You go on the rope.
He can't. The rope doesn't actually reach the treasure.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's 5 feet from the treasure.
You need more rope.
If 5 foot from the treasure, I could drop down to the treasure and then cat jump back onto the rope.
I would say that's a
Just
bad plan.
land, make a huge amount of noise, jump back up, pull me up.
Yeah.
Once
said
I can fly, this will be a whole different conversation.
that thing's still like 15 pounds.
You mean when I'm turned into a bat and it disappears?
Oh, okay. Either way, I say we invest in the future and head back to town with this knowledge. And tell you what, on the way back, I'll buy you ice cream and we can go to a library, a college. I'll even pay for your cover charge for the college.
Done.
Unless it's like the glowing hand, which is like 500.
We don't cut deals after we make deals.
If it's like 20 gold, sure. That is my upper limit. I will kick in 20 gold to the cover charge.
That's not what you said.
I wasn't done talking.
Just saying, Dad, you lied.
I will still get you ice cream if you
You
want
agreed to
it.
this deal way too quickly. It makes me nervous.
You're like, I haven't actually asked how much that is yet, so yeah.
Yes.
I know it's a lot.
But we'll end it there as you guys are heading back.
As we
To
don't
Lillenbes.
rob a dragon.
Yes, as
And
we
achieve
don't.
a lifetime level of wealth.
No, that would just be the end of the campaign.
It would not. I would still be adventuring.
I wouldn't.
I have so much stuff to spend money on.
I don't know where you're going. Me and Nick are building a house.
Anyways, I didn't give you magic items on this incursion, so how about take a level? Was it put you up to 5?
I think I deserve an extra level for not robbing a dragon.
No, that's what you get level 5 for. You get level 5 and you be happy about it. You be happy about it, or you don't even get that, mister. Can you be happy?
I don't know. I can't.
If you don't know, then they get level 5 and you can stay there at
I
level
don't think I'm
4.
going to be happy about not robbing that dragon.
Can I be happy for him and get level 6?
No.
See,
And I
now
suppose
I'm-
if you're happy for him, he can still get level 4.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Waiting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Alright, good day, everyone.
Wow.